Okay, quick Tuesday morning radar update. Something a little bit different this morning. I've been nibbling at a couple of oilers today. I'll come to that later. I'm holding a few oilers. First things first, let's have a look at the oil price. Yes, we had this big move up, and it's been going sideways since then. So the theme for me here is, as he brings up the index dash, clearly this area is the area all other areas are struggling, aren't they? Apart from the oil area. Nat gas, oil, FTSE 100, the only bullish market as well. We've got some emerging bears, basically, teetering on the edge. So at the moment in the markets, we've got a little bit of a bounce. It's what we call a bear rally. Excuse the banging outside. I think someone's doing some building work. We've got what you call a bear rally at the moment until proven otherwise. And if it rallies off these lows and starts to hold up and can change the trend, happy days. Stocks, I'm going to take more nibbles in sort of growth stocks again. But at the moment, this is where I am. A lot of these stocks are quite cheap stocks. Fixed risk available on a lot of them as well. So, always from a risk management point of view, from a heat against the portfolio point of view, I'm sort of reinvesting some crystallized gains. I'm trying to get the words out. I'm sort of building on a little bit of success in another method of my area of my trading, a little bit of a faster method. And I'm trying to sort of put some feelers out in case we get another move in the oil stocks. The oil price can hang in here. We've been waiting for it to trade sideways to mean trend. The oil price can hang in here and or break out here, whatever, and just do whatever it wants to do. And stocks can trend while the oil price is elevated is a simple sort of fact. So, commodity related, always a pain in the ass. It always will be. But at the moment, that's where I'm just nibbling at a few. I'm spreading my heat between a few stocks, and I won't be letting them go all the way to stops what I'm sizing for. I'll be nibbling at a few what I'm moving out. I'm holding a few. I've got some cushion on a few, and I'm nibbling at a few more. So trying to build on success, reinvesting a little bit of cash. So that's the sort of fundamental case, isn't it? Where's money got to flow to at the moment? I'll go from the large caps first, the FTSE 100 stocks. BP, we had a reverse vol base. I will just quickly send you to ShareScope tutorials. If you go into here, you can find all the terms I use in these videos in these 5 tutorials I've done. You will understand why certain methods suit certain. This is an efficient main market stock for me. Reverse vol base, it's in the tutorials. First pullback, there it was. First pullback to what I call mean trend as well. So this was the second pullback. It still worked. Doesn't mean it won't work. Next, I'll just go Shell. Not actionable now is what I would say. I'm a pullback of main market shares. Shell, came out of this little base here. First pullback was here. And a good breakout move actually for an efficient stock. But the pullback, and you also had this little base here, what we call a base with supplier, a little ledge. Anywhere in this area here was good reward to risk. And another little base here, and it's sort of trending off there. Nothing actionable there for me. HBR, this is a liquid one. same story. You know, we've got the breakout. We're in a first pullback area here, and this big stick here is a bit of a pain actually, but yeah, it's kind of, that's in the zone for where I'd be interested sort of to ride a swing move. Obviously commodity related. So moving on from there, JSE, I'm riding this one. I'm riding from this pullback here. You know, hopefully it can move above here and I can trail it a bit more. So that one's already in play for me. I'm not in this one. I know some of you are. It's still in the top 25 of the GTRS. Nice orderly action. Go back to the share scope tutorials and you know, look for, you know, inefficient orderly price action. And this one's in there. PTAL. So I've just nibbled at this one. I've rode it in the past. You know, I got knocked out of it down here. I had some gas on what I took off up here. I've nibbled at this. It's a little bit off piste for the way I do things, but the reason I've nibbled at it is in the GTRS. It's the best one I can find for my style, you know, and I'd say closely followed by SEPL and maybe HUR as well. So, you know, I'm in this one this morning. I'm wanting to add to it above this level here. So at new highs, if it doesn't get there, I won't be adding to it. But if it does get there, I'll be adding to it above highs. HUR. I've got a nibble on this one this morning as well. This is the right side of a new base. So we had this big wide loose base, what's a little bit more, you know, bottoming action, and then something what I call the zone of interest. Go back to the share scope tutorials, you will find the zone of interest in the share scope tutorials. So same, this one broke out. I didn't take it here, just in other stocks dealing with heat. And I've actually nibbled at this one today, and to be honest, I was going to nibble at it yesterday, but I got sidetracked. So, expecting this one to move above, well, not expecting it at all. I'll just say this again. Every time you put money on a stock, it's a 50-50, no matter what anyone tells you. It's a 50-50 whether it's a winner or a loser, because it's your own methodology where you're wrong. You know, it's 50-50. Anything can hit the tape, but the methodology over time is you know, repeating the methodology is where the edge is found. So yeah, I'm in here. I've cheated the base. You know, the base depth is a good sort of stop area to size for, and if it moves above here, I will trail and buy more. So I'm only going to add to what's working. Put it on a demo account, see how it works out. And this is a little bit, you know, was umming and ahhing over a few of these last night. I think this one's up there as well. You know, I've chose HUR. I think, you know, it's a cheaper one. If it gets its trend on, it will have, you know, it will have a bit more beta. PTAL, yeah, same again. You know, I'm sort of looking for beta here in the share scope tutorials. SQZ, yeah, I think it's getting to it's liquid enough to be called a swing stock now. Definitely, it's a UK AIM 50. You know, either way, swing trend. But this was a trend idea from back here, and it's been going fantastic. And the last time I looked at it was this sort of setup here, and it's over a, you know, 100% plus from there, more than that actually. So Hurricane's just popping as we speak. Where is it? So this little base here, yeah, I'll say it's a stage base. We'll say it's built off the 5. It is a stage base. This is a pullback to that stage base. There's a little bit of supply in this one we talked about. So we can see this monthly supply coming in, but it's holding this low here, what it should do. This is the last big up monthly. And this is the weekly. There was a lot of distribution QZ, and there was a bit of distribution in this pullback here as well. So, you know, the jury's out for me. I thought PTAL looked a bit better and HUR. So I'll tell you now, you know, I do not have a crystal ball. Just throwing these out in real time. The bear case is all oilers just go down together, isn't it? And I get stopped out. So Gulf Keystone, reverse vol base on this one. Back to the share scope tutorials. Higher probability of an early pullback and a hard retest here. The reason being, the percent it had to move off the lows, probably 40% just to break out. And you know, this is normal action. That was the you know, the pullback to be interested in would have been this little zone here, and even down to here would have been fair play, but it came in a bit deeper. Let's just go on a different time frame. Yeah, weekly sort of swing point was here. That would have worked out good for that one, but then it broke out again, pulled back in again, second pullback, and then turned into a little bit of a base, and it's gone a bit messy, so there's no setup there for me. SEPL. This thing, again, I would call that the zone of interest. We've got this little base above this, you know, it's moved back to 52-week highs, and I'm in this one as well. Anything can hit the tape, you know, it is what it is, and I'll just go to TGA. I'm not in this one. This was the IPO first pullback here, and it mutated into this little ledge here, what we call just a cheat or a mini base, or base with supply. More of a ledge on this one, and then it moved into what we call a base with supply here, and this one's gone well. So turn that off. That's the boss, Mrs. So yeah, we've got a high in the sky base on this one. Who knows? I know a lot of you are riding it, so I hope it just rallies off out of there. But it's a little bit, you know, for me, I didn't take it down here because I was in other stuff. You know, I was fully loaded. So that is my take on the oilers today. I've nibbled at PTAL and I've nibbled at HUR, and between them, you know, I've put sensible brackets on them, and I've got an end of day close where I will, you know, get out before, you know, I'm looking at the heat between those two for my exit. So I'm not going to take full bracket exits. I'm just going to take the exits I perceive to be correct in my own reward to risk, in my own heat. So that's my take on the oilers. You know, nobody knows where the market's going. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm already riding some of these. We've already booked some gains on some, and maybe we'll get another leg. You know, maybe you can learn something from this. Okay. And don't just chase tips. You know, make sure you've got some methodology behind it. Okay.